go for it. Why not? In the old days, man tried to catch a glimpse of the future in the strangest of ways. They locked themselves in dark rooms, not partaking in food and drink. At the stroke of midnight, they ventured out into the night, through the dark woods, where strange creatures roamed. To see if they would be wealthy, to see if they would be happy, to see if they would live, to see if they would be loved. Oh dear. So, north of the mill, south of the brook. That's all back to normal. Our map still shows very little. Journal, we still don't have the username and password. It says on the side though. North of the mill, south of the brook, and now it says it there. Just to remind us. According to our map, north of the mill, south of the brook. However though, so windmill is probably the mill, so north of the mill, south of the brook. Oh right, we never solved this puzzle either. We never had anything to do with that. There was no solution to that either. Kind of forgot about it, to be honest. Obviously we know where we're going right now, so we're just gonna go off and do it. So north of the mill, south of the brook. There's the windmill. There she is. Could be the login. Let me try. North of the mill, south of the brook. Nah, I think we're supposed to go north of the mill and south of the brook in order to find the password information. There's some secret there. I kept on saying secrets, so yeah. There you are. I've been waiting for you all day. You should not go outside without a hat or on a cold day like this. You will freeze your ears off, and I am quite fond of the person those ears belong to. Did anyone see you coming here? Now you're being silly. You know that I'm not ashamed of you. It's not that. I like you very much. But you and I come from different worlds. He is waiting for my answer. I said I'd give it to him next year. And this is the last day of this year. Now you're being unfair. This isn't easier for me. I don't like it when you're like this. Calm down. You're walking? I hope you're joking. You do remember what happened to my cousin, don't you? Promise me you won't do anything foolish. You're not supposed to know what happens in the future. You should hurry home and get some rest, or go home to your cottage and get some rest. It's getting dark soon. Hurry home to your cottage. North of the mill, south of the brook. I guess I'm going to brain on the night, though, because I probably can't do anything in this prologue section. Heading on back as I go. And should almost be there. Home sweet home. We haven't seen our house either. Pretty suspicious about that. Oh well. Why do we live in the woods far away from the village also? Are we just a lumberjack and that's okay? now that it's nighttime and we can probably adventure the whole map, yes we can, we need to find what's south of the brook. There's the brook, and north of the mill. I'm pretty sure it's mill and not hill, right? Look at my journal or not my encyclopedia, but my journal. Yeah, the mill. So that's probably the windmill. Just make sure there's no place called mill around here. Woods. So yep, it would be south of the, or north of the mill, south of the brook. Wait, oh, there's layers here. The ohm 68 and 8. Okay, let me write this. Ha 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 ha. The ohm 68. Alright, let's write that down. The ohm 68. And here 1894. 1894. Alright. I'll obviously go to our journal. The ohm 68, not 69, 68, and 1894. Connecting to YW server, logging into Theodore, logging version 9.6. Journal viewer. View and store projects, notes, and photos. Holy hell, that's a lot. Start from the top? Let's see. Theodore's post, August 4th. Hello, new system. Okay, I'm just going to click these at the top because it's going to be easier. 6. Testing photo upload. It works! August 13th. Should probably write here more often. 17th. Read about every book on Swedish folklore there is. Surprised how little has been written about year walking. Need more sources of information. Well, that's that. August 19th. Talk to ES. He suggested some field work. Might be good, but I feel that I might be 30 years too late. August 25th. Been talking to elderly folks, eating cookies and drinking coffee. Their knowledge about year walking has been limited to say the least. Barely any one of them knows what it was. If they did, they had heard stories as children but forgotten the details. Think ES and me on the wild goose chase. August 27th. Interviews at the retirement home. May I never grow old. The last interview was intriguing and very brief. Talked to one, Astrid Jansen. She was over 100 years old. Clear at times. Did not know a lot about folklore, but she did claim that her grandfather's brother had once year walked. Sadly, she did not know his name. He died many years before she was born. Might have to look into it. Her maiden name was Svensson, which leaves me with a lot of possibilities. She was born in Vettorp, and I can only hope that her grandfather was as well. August 29th. More interviews. Nothing worth mentioning. Professor Asp called today. He hinted that the faculty wanted to take part in my research. December 2nd. Signatures. Followed up on my visit to the retirement home. In the early 20th century, there was 6 households in Vettorp with the surname Svensson. According to the church book, Astrid was born in 1913. Her grandfather was named Carl Frederick. He had 2 brothers. One died in 1942. The other brother, Daniel Svensson, died in 1895. Since Astrid said that her great-uncle died before she was born, Daniel's the one that supposedly year-walked. A miller apprentice, going to the library to check out old newspapers tomorrow. December 4th. Looked for a reference of Daniel Svensson in old newspapers. I'm grasping at straws. December 5th. Another day at the library. Nothing of interest. December 6th. Bored. I'm about to give up. December 9th. Excited! The newspaper finally mentioned Daniel Svensson. He was apparently arrested for the murder of a young woman in Vettorp. Which, of course, is ironic because we murdered the woman too. Cough, spoilers. Okay, yeah. Vettorp Din, 21. Information is scarce. Her name was Stina Nilsson, and she was Meller's daughter. Her body was found on a field outside the village. She had been stabbed multiple times. The library should be open longer. Hope I can find a reference to this supposed year walk. December 11th. Alright. The motive behind the murder seems to have been jealousy. Not many details. Apparently, Stina was going to marry a Lucas Tapper. She was on her way home from Lucas' parents when she was intercepted by Daniel. She was found the following morning, just 17 years old. I feel a tad guilty about my excitement yesterday. After all, there is a great tragedy behind all of this. So wait, are we reading the future, or is this something that happened before, or is this what we just saw in the ending, or what? September 13th. The press seemed to have lost interest in the case after a while. Found nothing today. Maybe ES can tell me something. December 15th. Had a long talk on the phone with ES. The murder case was unknown to him. He had, however, spent a lot of time in Vetrop during the 60s when he studied folklore in the area. There had been a rather peculiar runestone that seemed to predate the Viking Age. ES claims that there was a definite connection between the symbols on the stone and year walking. He could not tell how. Want to check it out. That's the stone which I haven't been able to solve so far, which had no clues in the actual game, so yeah. Alright, seems like we're going to unravel the mystery of that runestone, though, and see where that leads to. December 18th. Went to the library again. In case I missed something about Daniel, indeed I had found another article. Feeling upset and a little bit sad, borrowed the article just in case. December 20th. Perhaps there is more to learn about Daniel. Booked a hotel room in Vetorp. December 26th. Arrived in Vetorp in a small place. One street cuts through the village. It's a rather depressing place. To be fair, the weather could not do any place justice. The hotel is empty besides me and a group of dog toy manufacturers who are a bit on the noisy side. Mustache chef, I think it says chef, okay, chef or veal recipe. Got a map from a hotel owner, excited about the archive. Have the feeling that I will find something major. Just got back from the archive. An interesting place. Sadly, it's only open 4 hours a day. It's understandable since I was the only visitor. Possibly found the files I need. Tomorrow, reading and lots of it. September 28th. I knew it. The archive has exceeded my wildest dreams. On New Year's Eve, year 1893, Daniel Svensson did indeed yearwalk. The court records refer to his yearwalk at several occasions. I have started to scratch the surface. There must be beliefs hidden amongst the papers that have been forgotten for ages. Not amazing. This is by far the latest recorded yearwalk. I hope I'm excused for borrowing the file from the archive. They gave me a little choice since they closed during the weekend. September 29th. Could not sleep last night. Too excited by the files. Much of the records are of a legal nature, but there are relevant passages. Daniel claimed he knew that he would murder Stina after seeing it in a vision on his yearwalk. Sadly, the scribe has not bothered to take it all down and occasionally just refers to it as ramblings of a madman. Poor boy. There are certain elements that are new to me. Must write them down in detail later on. Need fresh air. Daniel's cabin. Solostion is briefly mentioned in the protocol. We'll ask around about it. Hope it still exists. September 30th. Drove around for hours in the forest today. There are woods to get lost in. Or these are woods to get lost in. As for the directions from every local, most people never heard of the cabin. Was about to give up when I met an old man. His aunt had lived there until the 60s. From then, it had 3 different owners that used it as a summer house until the mid-80s. The last family that owned the cabin only stayed there one summer. Their 5-year-old son drowned in a brook nearby, and after that never returned. Nobody has lived there since. The old man's nephew owned the land. I asked the old man if I could pay it to visit. He did not think there could be anyone that would mind. The cabin is situated deep in the forest. No sign, no road, just a narrow path. This was the place where he started his year walk over 100 years ago. Felt overwhelmed, but the thought could not enter. It's a lonely place. The only other building I could find in the area was an underground storehouse. Guess I might have belonged to the cabin. It was too dark to see anything, but I imagined there would be anything of significance in there. But I can't imagine. Okay. I'm also trying to figure out if this is Daniel my character, or is this my character reading up on the past, and that's why I'm here. On my way back to the car, I found this strange box with an odd thing. Okay. On the way back to the car, I found the strange box. What an odd thing to leave in the middle of the forest. Seems to be more or less mint condition. Could not resist taking it. Tonight, I need whiskey, and lots of it. Apparently, he has a bad tendency to pick up everything he needs. October 1st. Went to Vetrop Church today. It's a small white stone church built in the 12th century. The place where the church stands has been used for worship even earlier than that. According to the priest I met, he showed me around the premises. Put a bonquet of flowers on Stina's grave. Seemed appropriate. The almost unlikely somber or epitaph read, "In memory of our loving daughter, Stina Nilsson, 1877 to 1894. Her cries for mercy could not sway his hand." Depressing. Searched for Daniel's grave, but there was no stone, and according to the priest, there probably never was. The gravestones ES told me about are gone. The priest is not sure where they are or where they disappeared. October 2nd. Weather has been unreasonably bad. Spent the day in the country archive. Had trouble concentrating. Tried to locate a photograph of Daniel Svensson, but no luck. The clerk explained about hey there, Danson. Correctamundo. The clerk explained that a lot of stuff was lost when the files were moved from the regional archives back in 1976. Apparently, there was another murder case in Vetrop in early 1890s. Elisa Rasmussen, or I guess like Rasmussen, drowned 4 infants in the creek. She was an angel maker who received foster children from poor unmarried mothers. Lisa promised to find the babies good homes in exchange for a hefty sum of money. This was all a charade. As soon as the mothers had paid what they owed, or the little that they owned, she drowned their children in a nearby creek. All files from the trial have been lost. Outrageous. Think I'm done with the archive. Been thinking a lot about the church. There's a lot of files here, but I'm pretty sure that the secret to the box that we found in the forest is listed here. October 3rd. Strange day. The runestone ES talked about I cannot read for a second, probably because I haven't drank any water, and I've read, how many pages have I read? I've read at least 30 or something, probably 20 is a closer number. Let's see, it's September. We're in October at the moment, so let's try October 5th. Yeah, here we're on October 3rd right now, so yeah. Strange day. The runestone ES talked about is not marked on any map. Talked to the man at the service station. He drew me a rather primitive map. Searched for the stone for a long time. Almost gave up. Found it at last. Though compelled to touch it, had the strangest sensation of looking beyond. Beyond what? The feeling lasted for quite some time. That's a map. Heading home tomorrow. Wish I had more time. The stone is old. Might predate Christianity. But I fail to see how it's connected to year walking. Could not resist stopping by the church on the way home. Walked around for a bit. It's a pretty church. Not remarkable, but there is something about it. Feel that the church and the stone are connected somehow. October 4th. Found the box when I unpacked. Had almost forgotten about it. It seems to have some lock-like construction, but I have yet to understand exactly how it is or how to open it. It reminds me of one of those puzzle boxes. The wheel with the symbol suggests it's opened by entering a password. It must be old. Maybe ES knows something about it. I'm hoping they give me a tip here because it's the only thing which I haven't figured out yet, the box. October 5th. Decided not to tell ES about the box. He might not appreciate that I took it with me. He's always nagging me about ethics. October 7th. Busy week, classes and meetings. The faculty is really getting in the way of my research. Feeling a bit strange. I've had weird dreams ever since I came back from Vetrop. And a drawing of the raven and the let's party then. Oh, that's not odd in the slightest. October 8th. Dreamt that I was in a vast wasteland. I was searching for the keys to my locker together with Jenny from high school. We laughed and dug in the sand. Suddenly the sky lit up and Jenny pointed to a simple constellation of stars. She whispered in my ear to never forget them. I asked her what that meant, but she was dead and her bones were withered and old. Woke up and I've been feeling rather queasy ever since. Alright, so that is an upside down triangle. There's also an infinity symbol. I'm going to write that just in case. An 8, OKT. Alright, since I'm assuming that there are some puzzles to all this. October 10th. Read an account of a year walk by a man named Romedel in an old book I came over in the used bookshop. Romedel's story is a little more than a tall tale told by a drunken oaf. Most of them seem to be. Daniel sticks out. It haunts me. October 11th. Held a lecture on year walking. Several faculty members attended it. They ridiculed me in front of the students. October 12th. Another strange dream. Was doing my homework, was stressed because of the oil lamp was running out of oil, and when it did, the pale horse outside the window would come inside. The lamp burned out and everything went black. Woke up soaked in sweat. Hashin. There was a horse watching us. Okay. October 16th. Must remember to buy groceries. October 17th. Filled with a box. I have no clue how to open it. Fascinating. October 8th. What jealous, small-minded, greedy creatures the faculty members are. And they will undoubtedly create small-minded, jealous, and greedy students. Don't feel the need to share any of my research with the faculty anymore. They don't deserve to read something that my hands had written. They would not understand anyway. I'm guessing this is both story, as well as giving me a hint out. Let me get to the box for a second. My guess is that's related to this box, because this is our second playthrough, but it gave us something. It's this box right here. So far, I know of an upside down triangle, which is right here, so I'm trying to look through the files, I guess, to get all the symbols. But because I'm a completionist, I'm also reading everything. Alright, so we're on like October 20th? Or a little bit back. We're here, October 18th. Okay. The thought of what is inside the box. Did I finish reading this? Okay. The thought of what is inside the box is like an itch that can't be scratched. I've searched for reference to anything about it, but I have found nothing that resembles it at all. Alright. October 20th. Having more strange dreams. Something happened in those woods. October 23rd. Is year walking a mere vision quest? Are the visions brought on by lack of light or light and food? Yes, believe so. Not so sure. October 25th. Dreamt of the runestone. Was in the forest outside Vetrop. Mrs. Borman was walking up to me. I was very afraid. She said that I had been a bad boy and broken the rules. Before I could defend myself and tell her that I did not mean to be naughty, she withered into dust. Found myself in front of the runestone. The Grimm's eyes glowed at me. Woke up. October 26th. Found myself thinking of the stone. What does it mean and how is it connected to year walking? What did people do in these woods? Also, he wrote, I find it funny because there's the symbols that were in the game that we had to solve puzzles for, so yeah. October 27th. Do not feel like sleeping tonight. Drinking coffee and watching TV. If I stay awake, those dreams will stay away. I think the files that I'm reading are fake, but it's based off of real folklore. That's my stance on it, because this is based off of Sweden mythology, so yeah. October 28th. Could not understand much of my students' presentations today. Must sleep, someone's watching me all the time. October 29th. Got an email reminder to deliver a text for the game. Wrote 7 or 8 pages. Hopefully it's enough. Waiting. Don't know for what. Have a feeling that something is on its way. October 30th. Received an odd email today. Got over 1,000 of these during last night. The email seemed to have stopped when the inbox was full. Don't know what it could mean. Maybe it's a prank by my students. But they seem too unimaginative to come up with something like this. Don't think it'll end there. Okay, there's our second symbol. That is right half circle. I'm hoping I didn't miss something earlier. Like maybe there's something written in one of these, but I'm just going to have to continue in the meantime. Correct. November 2nd. Is it some kind of threat? November 4th. Called the priest, told him of my plight. He said that Vetrop sometimes had strange effect on people, but it rarely lasted. Do not think he understands. I was going to ask him about the box, but decided to hang up when he suggested I should see someone. Ah, insanity, of course. That's always fun. November 5th. Woke up last night. Heard baby screams from beneath the floorboards. Panicked. Managed to pry open some of the floorboards. The screaming stopped. The wire got caught on something, so I was trying to move it. Anyways. November 8th. The Watchers, the Night Raven, the Huldra, the Brook House, and the Church Scrim. There might be others. Cannot be sure. Can they disguise themselves? Maybe they can read my mind? The Watchers, because they watch. That's what they do. But is it all they do? All the different symbols. Year walk. System error. Year walking works, but it was never meant to. It's against the rules. The universe blinked its eye and someone crossed all barriers that are known to time and space. November 13th. The Watchers are watching, but who are watching the Watchers? November 14th. How can you bend time and space? That's definitely a theory there. Time, space, of course, in the shape of a goat. November 15th. Got in a heated argument with ES. He is surprisingly scornful of my theories. Must remember that he is an old man and he might not be as open to new ideas any longer. He claims that it's impossible to gaze into the future. The future is not set, nothing happens until it happens. Of course, it's impossible to look into the future according to logic, but I'm not sure they are playing according to our rules. November 16th. The Watchers are more than they appear, and less. They are real, yet they are unreal. They do not exist in the manner that this table and this chair exist. November 19th. How do I know these things? Are they my thoughts? Am I writing this? I certainly did not draw this, but yeah, it's right there in my notebook. Alright, that is a square. Square. November 21st. Watchers, or antibodies. Trying to think about them as antibodies and what sort of anatomy they might have. So, yeah, anatomy. Number 27th. Daniel broke the rules and he was punished. Number 23rd. It says 23rd, but it's supposed to be 23rd. Held another lecture. The last one for a long time, for a long while it seems. It's been decided that I need a break, but it matters not. I have more important things to do. Number 24th. I've been an idiot. Someone is playing with me. These shapes, it's the same as on the box. Did someone see me take it? Tried the symbols I received, but the box remains shut. There must be more coming. November 25th. Woke up last night. The telephone rang. Answered. Could not hear anyone. Hung up. It rang again. Answered. Couldn't hear someone speak on the other side. Could not make out what was being said. The voice was too far away. Hung up. It kept ringing. Cut the cord. November 26th. Bought whiskey. Bought food. People stare. Don't want to go out there again. Too many know who I am. If you break the rules, there will be consequences. November 28th. I wish I had not cut the cord to my phone. Need to hear a human voice. Don't dare to go out. November 29th. At first, I didn't even notice. One of the paintings in my living room has been replaced. It must have happened during the 30 minutes I slept. Cannot let my guard down. Someone was here or something. Will the antibodies come for me? Am I a virus in the eye of the universe? So that one is an upside up triangle. Or in other words, just a normal triangle. Boarded up the balcony and all the windows. Nothing can come in now, I hope. December 1st. Shouldn't be possible, but someone was here again. I'm definitely being threatened. There was a knife on my kitchen table. Old, but sharp. I'm not sure if that's a hint or not. I'll just write knife in parentheses to make myself know that there was a knife there that was added. But I don't think that was a shape, so yeah. December 2nd. I realized that what knife it was. I realized that the knife is his. We are connected. December 3rd. The church is central to this, and yet it is not. Perhaps the church itself is not important, but rather the energy of the place. Perhaps the gate is always there, but it's not a gate. Gates are meant to be open, or closed. This is a rift in the fabric of the very existence of everything. But why allow it? Why does the universe, or God, or someone not shut the gate? If we're not meant to do it, why let us? November 4th, I can hear the heart of the universe beating. December 5th, what is happening? I feel like a worm under a big boot. I feel the shadow hanging over me, waiting to get crushed. December 6th, she sings and I shall follow. She is trying to fool me, that I know. But I must get close to her because then I get closer to the key that leads to the heart of it all. December 7th, I didn't steal the box because it begged me to take it with me. December 8th, Daniel survived all the watchers sent by the universe. He was lured by the temptress, brought the innocents to the pale horse, unearthed the parasite, and finally faced the master of them all. But yet, he was destroyed. Could it have gone any other way? Was he doomed from the start? Am I doomed? Is the future set, or can it be altered? Okay, so I think this is a guy researching the events of which are happening right now, but yeah. Running crank, a test of might. Alright. December 9th. Must help him. It's the right thing to do. There's a bond between us. December 10th. Might have figured it out. 5 watchers, 5 symbols, which means there is one more coming. So far I have an upside down triangle, raft, circle, square, upside down. So yep, I got all of them but one. December 11th. So tired, can't seem to hold my thoughts for any period of time. Should probably eat more often, but I must resist. It's important that I come prepared. December 13th. The heart beats stronger, but I will break it and see beyond everything. December 13th. In the end, it was the nature of man that got Daniel. Must free myself of all desires. That's how they get to you. Can love really be a weakness, or is it a strength? And the poor girl, it just seems unfair. Is there anything I can do? If the future can be altered, why not the past? December 14th. Am I playing the part of the fool in the cosmic play? And if so, to what purpose? Disconnected the microwave oven, just in case. December 15th. Feeling absolute terror to the possibility that there is no purpose, no rhyme, no reason to any of it. Why me? December 16th. The only way I can help him is to break the rules. If I come it will come at a price. But what do I care if I can rise above it all? 2 rules, universal, time and space. You're walking. If broken, above it all and do me. Alright, so he's thinking about breaking time and space with a year walking. Got it. December 17th. Saw her lifeless body. She is beautiful, even in death. Have been crying ever since. It all seems so needless, so cruel. Ready for anything. Don't care anymore. December 18th. It's finally here. The last one. Woke up with this in my palm. Trying to wash it out. It's a tattoo. Alright, so bottom half circle. Tested them in all different kinds of combinations, but I could not figure out how to do it. I must sleep. I will open that box tomorrow. December 20th. Of course, so simple. Rotate the wheel and release when the symbol aligns with the grim. In the order they were delivered to me. But why is it empty? December 21st. I thought it was Daniel all along. I thought he was here, but it cannot have been he who has sent me the password. It doesn't make sense. If the box was empty, it means it must be filled? December 22nd. I still do not understand who sent the symbols. It was not that boy. If it was not the boy, then it must have been the Watchers. But why? Are they toying with us? Helping us in some perverse, twisted way? From the get-go, he was doomed. They got him at the very thought of year walking, but I think the girl can be saved. December 23rd. 23rd again. I put everything he needs in the box and locked it. I will leave it where I found it, where all of this started. December 24th. If my mind is set on this, does it mean that I am doomed too? December 25th. The rift is open. It wants me to go through. December 26th. Packed my things. I wonder if I will come back. December 27th. Just a picture of the church. December 28th. A picture of the windmill. December 30th. A picture of the cabin. December 31st. Solar Stern. It's cold here. Wish I could light a fire, but I must do it right. Surprised how calm I feel. Only hours remain. January 1st. It's midnight. Alright, and that's the end of the diary entries. Let's put down what we have. The knife's not important, so I'll take that out. And let's see if I can put this together. So it starts out with the upside down triangle. Then it's followed by the right half circle. So need to make sure it's the right one. Then a square. Square. Then upside down triangle. Or upside up triangle. Not upside down. Up. And finally the bottom half of a circle. I should have opened the box. Do I do something else? 9. I'll check one quick thing in my notes. It is 5 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check something. Go to my journal again, or go to the journal again quickly. Just flash through it till I find the right pages. Maybe I mislabeled one of them or something. The first one was a little bit into it because he first found the box, but I'm just kind of glancing to be on the safe side. And they're all shown in pictures, so yeah. So the first one is an upside down triangle. After the upside down triangle, continue forward. The next one was in the email. That is the right half of a circle. Maybe it's the triangle, or not the triangle, the square I got wrong. Maybe it was on its side. There is a square. Next one's this photo. That is indeed an upside up triangle, but yeah. Clicking through regardless. Oh wait, it's the bottom half. Maybe do it like a lock works. I guess we can try. Let's go back and go forward. Okay. We're gonna try it like a combination lock. So clockwise, let's go for the upside down triangle. Upside down triangle. Then counterclockwise for the right half of the circle. Then the square. Then the upside down triangle. Oh, wait, that's upside up. Fuck, I messed up. Go back. Now go forward again. So let's try again. Clockwise is the upside down triangle. Then comes the right half of the circle. Then comes the square. Then comes the upside up triangle. Then comes the bottom half circle. That opened it. Kristen, January 21st. Yesterday morning, Vetro killer Daniel Svensson was executed at Christina Prison. He was found guilty for the heinous murder of Jan Stina Nilsson last year. The death sentence has been criticized by the highly renowned Dr. Helmer Lumbach, who stated that Daniel is suffering from an abnormal psyche. He seems to have problems discerning past from present and has visions of terrible creatures, something not uncommon among schizophrenics. Daniel cannot be held accountable for his actions and should be given treatment at an institution for the criminally insane. The execution was performed by Gustaf Dahlberg. This was his 4th execution. Last year he was to perform the execution of the notorious Lisa Rasmussen, who was charged with the murder of 4 infants in Vetrarp, but who took her own life before the sentence could be carried out. Security has been improved greatly since. Daniel Svensson was composed during the whole process. Besides the slightly shaking hand so common among the criminal type, you could not tell Daniel from any other young man. He sobbed loudly once when he laid his head down low, but quickly regained his composure. A quick prayer and a swift, powerful stroke, and it was over. According to the attending priest, Graneth, Daniel's last words were, "I should have killed myself, then none of this would have happened." You are long dead when I write this, and I have not yet been born. Yet we have a connection beyond life, death, space, and time. The impossible made possible by your year walking. But the Watchers always win. Even though you've not passed through the rift yet, they sense the urge and they want their sacrifice. I wish there could be another way. I am sorry, but for her, there is still hope. You can save her. You must, you know what you must do. And a knife. It's a zone knife. Oh. Well. I like the other ending better. But still, though. There might be something after the credits again, though, so let's see. Music's different. Sounds more like either funeral or wedding music. Oh, I guess this one might be more acquainted, or even church music, I guess. But yeah. Endless advice and encouragement by that person. I like the other ending better, though, but that ending got weird towards the end, so yeah. Given that we have to go through all the Watchers during that one, so yeah. Suicide, I guess, is an answer in this case if we're gonna go year walking along the path, but yeah. That ending path was mainly just reading. Ha-ni-cha-ni-cha. I can't think of any more loose holes and things in gameplay though, since we did all that. And the end, old movie style. Maybe a bit conspicuously too well wrapped up. A nice little ribbon. Do I click it? Or just fades away. Walk again. Is there any other endings, I guess?